How do you identify a well-designed product? A well-designed product is typically easy to use, efficient, and aesthetically pleasing. Here are some characteristics that can help you identify a well-designed product. User-friendly. A well-designed product should be easy to use and intuitive. Users should be able to understand the product's purpose and how to use it without needing extensive instructions or training. Efficient. A well-designed product should be efficient, allowing users to complete tasks quickly and with minimal effort. The product should not have unnecessary steps or features that slow down the user's experience. Useful. A well-designed product should solve a specific problem or address a specific need. It should provide clear benefits to the user. Aesthetically pleasing. A well-designed product should be visually appealing and pleasant to use. This includes factors such as the color scheme, typography, and overall design aesthetic. Reliable. A well-designed product should be reliable and work consistently without major errors or malfunctions. The product should not require frequent repairs or updates. Accessible. A well-designed product should be accessible to all users, regardless of their abilities or disabilities. This includes considerations such as designing for different screen sizes, font sizes, and color contrast. Overall, a well-designed product should provide a positive experience for the user, making their tasks easier and more enjoyable. How would you prioritize product development when you have two important things to do but can only do one? Prioritizing product development can be a challenging task, especially when there are multiple important tasks to be completed but only one can be tackled at a time. Here are some steps that can help you prioritize effectively. Identify the objectives. Start by identifying the objectives of both tasks and evaluate how they align with your overall business strategy. This will help you to determine the relative importance of each task. Evaluate the urgency. Consider the time sensitivity of each task. Determine which task has a tighter deadline or which task needs to be completed first to avoid negative consequences. This can help you to prioritize the more urgent task. Analyze the impact. Assess the impact of each task on your business. Determine which task has a greater potential impact on revenue, customer satisfaction, or other key performance indicators. This can help you to prioritize the task that has a higher potential impact on your business. Consider the resources. Evaluate the resources required for each task. Determine which task requires more resources, such as time, money, or personnel. This can help you to prioritize the task that requires fewer resources or has more readily available resources. Seek input. Seek input from other stakeholders, such as team members or customers, to gain insight into the relative importance of each task. This can help you to prioritize based on their feedback. Overall, prioritizing product development requires a comprehensive evaluation of the tasks and their impact on your business. By considering the objectives, urgency, impact, resources, and input from others, you can make an informed decision about which task to prioritize. How do you define a good user interface? A good user interface, UI, is one that is intuitive, easy to use, and efficient. Here are some specific characteristics of a good UI. Clarity. A good UI is clear and easy to understand. It should be immediately clear what actions are possible and what their consequences will be. Consistency. A good UI should be consistent across the entire product, with a common design language and conventions used throughout. This helps users to understand and use the product more efficiently. Simplicity. A good UI is simple and straightforward, without unnecessary complexity or clutter. It should provide only the necessary information and controls to complete a task. Responsiveness. A good UI responds quickly and smoothly to user input. It should provide immediate feedback to user actions, such as highlighting or changing the appearance of a button when it is clicked. Flexibility. A good UI is flexible enough to adapt to different user needs and preferences. It should provide customization options, such as the ability to change font size or color scheme, to accommodate users with different abilities and preferences. Accessibility. A good UI is accessible to all users, including those with disabilities. It should provide options for users with visual or hearing impairments, such as the ability to enlarge text or provide alternative text for images. Visual appeal. A good UI is visually appealing and attractive. It should use appropriate colors, fonts, and images to create a pleasant and engaging user experience. Overall, a good UI is one that is designed with the user in mind, providing a seamless and enjoyable experience while efficiently enabling users to achieve their goals. How do you decide what and what not to build? Deciding what to build and what not to build requires careful consideration of various factors, such as market demand, user needs, technical feasibility, and business objectives. Here are some steps that can help you make informed decisions. Conduct market research. Conduct market research to identify market gaps and opportunities, and evaluate competitors' products to determine what features are essential and what can be improved. Define user needs. Define user needs and preferences through user research, surveys, and feedback to identify the features and functionalities that are essential for the product's success. Prioritize features. Prioritize the features based on their impact on user satisfaction and business objectives. Use techniques like user story mapping or impact mapping to identify the highest value features. Evaluate technical feasibility. Evaluate the technical feasibility of each feature to determine if it can be implemented within the product's timeline and budget. Consider business objectives. Consider business objectives such as revenue goals, return on investment, ROI, and time to market, to ensure that the product aligns with overall business strategy. Analyze risks and opportunities. Analyze potential risks and opportunities associated with each feature to determine if it aligns with the organization's risk appetite. Test and validate. Test and validate each feature to ensure that it meets user expectations and addresses their needs. Overall, the decision-making process for what to build and what not to build involves a careful consideration of various factors, including market demand, user needs, technical feasibility, business objectives, risks, and opportunities. By taking a data-driven and user-centric approach to product development, you can ensure that the product aligns with the organization's goals and meets the needs of its users. How can a product failure be prevented? Preventing product failure requires a comprehensive approach that involves a combination of factors. Here are some key steps that can help prevent product failure. User research. Conducting user research is critical to understanding the needs and preferences of your target audience. This research should be conducted at every stage of the product development process, from ideation to launch. Prototyping and testing. Creating prototypes and conducting user testing can help identify potential issues and improve the user experience before the product is launched. Agile development. Adopting an agile development approach allows for continuous iteration and improvement based on user feedback and changing market trends. Quality assurance. Rigorous quality assurance testing should be performed to ensure the product is free from defects and works as intended. Compliance. Ensure the product meets all applicable regulatory requirements and standards, such as safety and data privacy regulations. Scalability. Ensure the product is designed to handle anticipated user volumes and can be scaled up as the user base grows. Post-launch monitoring. Monitor the product's performance post-launch to identify any issues or user complaints and quickly address them. Continuous improvement. Regularly gather feedback from users and use it to continuously improve the product. Overall, preventing product failure requires a focus on user needs, quality, compliance, scalability, and continuous improvement. By adopting a comprehensive approach that incorporates these factors, product failure can be prevented and the likelihood of success can be increased. As a product manager, how do you juggle between B2B and B2C market segments? The fundamentals of product development are the same in both markets. Any product with multiple value propositions must define the business model and benefit the customers through effective problem solving. The difference is that B2B products focus on enabling simple and profitable business activities for stakeholders, while B2C products demand a good user experience for each individual in the target audience. Given that both market segments work on similar aspects but have different objectives, I build different roadmaps and strategies to juggle between B2B and B2C markets, and in case of any discrepancy, I focus my efforts towards identifying the pain points in both segments. As a product manager, how would you enable effective communication with the engineering team? As a product manager, I would make sure that I put across the vision of the product clearly along with a detailed market scenario and limitations. For effective communication, I would make data-driven decisions to avoid disagreement on the product. Communicate challenges at hand and let the engineering team do the problem solving. Ensure clear and frequent communication with the engineering team. Help in resolving product-related issues to make it easier for the engineering team. On what parameters do you base the performance of a product in the market from a product manager's perspective? A product's market success can be measured on 4 parameters. Product usage, monthly users and users per feature. Product quality escalation and negative feedbacks. Product testing to validate the quality of the product and draw a roadmap for ongoing improvement. Product development, on-time delivery, resource availability and estimated time to complete development. Business performance, customer experience, revenues, bookings, profits, and costs.